probably going to rush through the rest of this. I have this, the Frank Darabont collection, The Green Mile, The Majestic, Shawshank Redemption. All three great films. Love Shawshank Redemption. You can find that on TV probably any day. And The Green Mile is very, very great. The Majestic's okay. Not as great as the other two, but I like this. It's like a little collection of Frank Darabont, and I like his work. And you know, he started on the he did, I think there was like a lawsuit or something, but Frank Darabont, you know, started, I believe, creator behind the Walking Dead TV show, and then he sold the rights, or that he got ripped off or something. I don't know what the deal was, but I had to look into it. But he's a fantastic director and filmmaker. Catching Fire, Hunger Games. I didn't even open this one. This one's still in the package. Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1. I don't know if we have Mockingjay Part 2. Actually, I think I enjoyed Catching Fire more than any of them, though. Unbroken. Yeah, it's still... I got this pretty cheap at Best Buy. I haven't seen this yet, but I've heard good things, so plan on checking it out soon. I don't know why this is down there. The Best of Me. Bought that for my wife one day. Boys in the Hood. Steelbook. Really, really good movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. If you haven't seen Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, it's making fun of these and all these hood movies. It's a Wayans Brother film. Check it out as well. I found it pretty cheap recently, and I rewatched it, and it still holds up. The comedy still holds up. It's pretty funny. One of the Wayans Brothers' better films, in my opinion. Labyrinth. Had to get this steelbook. I think this is 4K as well. Really, this is just a fantastic movie. This was expensive though for Labyrinth. It's it's like the anniversary edition or something. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't say it on the actual steelbook, I don't guess. But yeah, great movie. If you haven't seen this, Jennifer Connelly, beautiful as ever. David Bowie, weird as ever. But still fun. Jim Henson production. It's just great. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and go through this stuff. I'll go ahead and show you this. Blomkamp, the 3-pack, District 9, Chappie, Elysium. I have not seen Chappie. I plan on watching that. I still haven't watched that movie. Bought that like a year ago, maybe longer. Star Wars, the 3D. Whenever I saw this, I had to pick it up. Yeah. Rogue One's coming out this week. Is it this week? No, I think it's next week. But in the steelbook, they actually put the 3D in the steelbook instead of trying to nickel and dime us and do like the steelbook and this version and that version, and then the 3D comes out later. They're actually putting it all together. So, hey, there's my coffee. And it's cold as hell. Anyways, yeah. So I'll go through all my horror stuff later, but I got Yoda there as well. So yeah, that lights up lightsaber. If you're a subscriber, you've seen one of my videos to where, you know, I showed that in action. I got it pretty cheap too. But all right, let's move on. I'm gonna go ahead and do my you know, comic book films or whatever, and some franchises and stuff like that. So there, I'll get this one out the way. Doctor Strange, pretty cool. It was all right. Not my favorite Marvel film, but it was okay. The cape kind of reminded me of Aladdin's carpet, if you ask me. Anyways, Batman: The Killing Joke steelbook. That's beautiful. I would love to have a poster like that. That is awesome. The movie itself, it's okay. Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm probably gonna pick up the 3D version of this. But yeah, I wish I had the slip cover. If any of this stuff on my video, y'all know where I can get slip covers, or if y'all have any, y'all can throw my way, please do so. I would, like I said earlier, I would highly, highly appreciate that. And I promise you that I give back to my community, and I give back to other blue tubers and stuff like that. So, like, I will pay you threefold. Anyways, here you go. Yeah, one of the best Marvel films, if you ask me. Can't wait to see the second one, Volume 2. Man of Steel. Instead of taking all these out, I'm just gonna Man of Steel, Steelbook of Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad. This has got the 4K in it. Pretty cool. I'm not sure if Batman came with the 4K or not. Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. It's nothing special. It's just the regular versions. Captain America, First Avenger, Captain America Winter Soldier, one of the best ones out of all the Marvel films, and Civil War, one of my all-time favorites as well. Avengers, always great. I do not have Avengers Age of Ultron. I thought that was kind of lacking in some areas. It just wasn't, I don't know. It just wasn't the greatest to me, and I didn't feel like it had a whole lot of replay value. Deadpool, great movie, awesome. I think that was like the first Steelbook I unboxed on my channel last year, whenever I started up my channel. Ant-Man Steelbook. If you want to see these, I guess I could show them off, right? Ant-Man Steelbook, I can put them all back. Deadpool. The Dark Knight. I want to get the box set of Christopher Nolan's Batman, but yeah, right now, this is the best Batman film of all time, if you ask me. I love Michael Keaton. I love you, dude, but this movie this just stole the show. Dark Knight Rises, lenticular. It was pretty good. Not as good as The Dark Knight, though. Green Lantern. A lot of people hate this film. I got the slipcover to it. I can't really remember much about it. I don't even know if I even watched it all the way through. But, you know, Ryan Reynolds is pretty hit or miss. He's funny, but some movies he tries too hard, I guess. But anyways, X-Men Wolverine Origins. A lot of people hate that movie. I have to revisit it. I'm not the biggest X-Men movie. I like X-Men the cartoon, but X-Men films, they just kind of lost me after a while, and I just watched them for what they were. X-Men First Class, it was pretty good. This is probably one of the better X-Men films. Rogue One. What am I talking about? The Rogue Cut. X-Men Days of Future Past, the Rogue Cut. This was really great. It opens up like that. Get that glare off. Yeah, this was one of the better films. This and Logan was probably my favorite. Logan was badass, by the way. Go check that film out. X-Men Apocalypse. I have not watched this all the way through yet. I have been meaning to. I keep forgetting about this movie, so I need to watch that. Punisher. I actually enjoyed it for what it was. I like Thomas Jane. Movie, yeah, it could have been better or whatever, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I think Ben Foster is in there too as the guy with the piercings. So that was one of the first films I really noticed him in. Punisher Warzone. Man, when I went and saw this, I need to revisit this. I went ahead and owned both of them, but this, like, the tone was totally different than the first film, and it was just more cheese. Marvel Knights. I don't know what other ones they do Marvel Knights with. Let me know in the comment section below other movies that are Marvel Knights. But yeah, I don't know. I remember going to theaters and was kind of disappointed. And I was kind of like, oh, this is kind of too cheesy. But Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire. First one will always be my favorite. I'm not going to lie, guys. Second one's pretty good. Third one it has its moments, but there's a lot of cheese to it that kind of like says, okay, fuck this movie. But it's watchable, I guess. Just skip over a couple scenes and the movie will be better. But with the Green Goblin and everything, I mean, it just, the action, the way Sam Raimi does his action, especially in the second one with the hospital scene. The first one, when they're going at it near the end of the movie and they're just like, you know, just throwing blows and just like, I mean, it gets pretty intense for an action movie, for you know, a comic book movie. And that's really the movie that got me into comic book films. I mean, I like the Batman movies and stuff, but as far as Marvel and stuff, I mean, Spider-Man was pretty cool. Here's the Amazing Spider-Man. It's pretty good for what it is. It's not the greatest movie. Andrew Garfield does do a great performance, but the rest of the movie is not really that great. Same thing with Amazing Spider-Man 2. Over-bloated. Jamie Foxx got on my nerves in that movie. I thought he was a bitch, and I know that was his character, but it was just kind of lame. Even some of the directing style of the action scenes, I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of whatever. I don't know. Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, probably the only good Hulk film besides the ones with the Avengers in it with Mark Ruffalo. I heard that, you know, what's his name? Edward Norton is kind of hard to work with, and I don't know why he wasn't in the Avengers or whatever, but that would have been pretty cool to see him. But Mark Ruffalo does a well job. Dredd, very underrated, pretty good movie. I need to revisit this as well, but I remember some of the choices they made with action, with the drugs and stuff like that was pretty damn cool. So looking forward to checking that out. Nothing like Stallone's Dredd back in the day. That was really cheesy. Kick-Ass, I love this movie. Kick-Ass is just a fun movie. I mean, it's like a really dark comedy, and it's badass. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Same with Kick-Ass 2. Kick-Ass is better than Kick-Ass 2, but still, check both films out. But ultimately, check out Kick-Ass. It's really cool. Hellboy, Steelbook. It's pretty cool. Nothing on the back. Ain't that about a bitch? Yeah, I need to revisit and watch this. And I need to get the second one, too.